YouTube? How you feeling? How you living? What's good? It's your girl Francine. Today is Saturday. It's Say That Saturday when we say what we need to say and get it all out today. So yesterday I said in my video that I was going to talk about something personal, and I am. But I am actually going to talk about what I wanted to talk about today, and that is the alternatives to protests, right? So protests are still going on, like I said yesterday, and they're still, you know, people need to still be out there. People need to still be on the streets doing what their part and actually being in the battlegrounds is what I call them, going up against this oppression that's been going on, consistently keeping it going and still going strong. So I am 100% commending every person who's doing that. But if you're like me, and for reasons, I mean, I have multiple reasons personally why I don't go out and do protests, and I can't go out and do protests, then you can do other things, right? So there's social media advocacy, I think, is really what we as people who aren't out there doing, you know, the protests and, you know, doing things like that we can do, because social media is kind of a new phenomenon when it comes to things. And even though social media was very much around when the Philando Castile case happened, social media was very much around when the Mike Brown situation happened, Eric Garner's situation happened, it was very prominent. But I think this time social media activism just because we're all in the house right now with quarantine and everything, it has been the kind of one of the pivotal things that has brought this movement to the point that it is now, and is going to continue to propel it moving forward. We have now found out about a bunch of other people throughout this country who have been this horribly murdered by the police. I mean, one this week that we found out about was Elijah McClain. That case literally made me cry. Like, I can't say anything other than, how are they not arrested? How? See, okay, I'm gonna get to this at the end of this video, but you know what I mean? We have to keep saying their name. We're still saying Breonna Taylor's name. We're still saying, you know what I mean, other people's names. There's apparently a girl in, I'm blanking on where it is, so I'll just put the article right here because I wrote everything. I script these and then I forget it. But, you know, a girl who was walking, apparently going home, and she got set on fire by 4 white people. Like, and like, it's a lot, but we gotta keep talking about it. And I think that is the best way to get involved if you're not, you know, willing and able to put your body on the line, essentially, in a protest. And, you know, I've been signing the petitions, I've been writing the emails. Yesterday I wrote like 3 or 4 emails about, especially the Elijah McClain case. I wrote to the Kentucky legislators to get the people who killed Breonna Taylor arrested again. You know, that's what we have to do. I've been donating to different charities and different GoFundMes and researching them first. Research them first. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Research them first, but still being an advocate, sharing things on Facebook. I mean, I feel like even though my channel doesn't have a lot of following yet, I feel like, and I say yet, doesn't have a lot of following yet, I want to, you know, talk about the news and keep people informed on what's going on, and talk about the different things that you can do as a protester. Yesterday's video was something that I was like, I'm not going to go out there and protest, and again, I have my reasons, but I want to make sure that people aren't getting hurt and taken advantage of, and that you stay alert and you stay, like, that's my way of contributing to this movement. And I think, you know, that because social media is such a big thing in the world right now, that's the best way to do it. Like I said, sharing things on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and keeping the word out there that we're not shutting up about this. Like, we're just not. And to me, that in and of itself is activism. So that was originally the video I was going to do. I was going to go a little more into depth. I'm going to link a lot of people that I really like that are big social media advocates, and, like, you know, celebrities. You got like the Angela Rise, you got the Amanda Seals, you got people who have been fighting this good fight and are definitely way more educated than me about a lot of different things. And I'm trying to educate myself by listening to them, and as well as doing my own research. And I think that everyone should do that. And that was originally going to be the video. I was going to go into different people and, like, show clips of things that they talking about. And then last week, because I planned these videos in advance, actually. I planned these videos in the beginning of the month, and so I already knew this is what I was going to do. And then last week, I can't explain it other than saying, like, I had an emotional breakdown. Like, I can't explain it. And, well, I'm going to try to explain it. That's the point. Because, and every person I've talked to recently has said they've had a similar situation. And I guess maybe as a person who already has issues with mental illness, it kind of hit me hard. But one thing I realized is that usually with my mental illness, it's related to me, like my relationship, my school or work or family issues, or I feel like my finances aren't lining up and it's stressing me out. And honestly, not to brag, in my life, all those things are great. Like, I'm not in school. Thank God I'm out. I have a job that is pretty chill. Like, I get to work from home. I have a permanent, semi-permanent job. It's not completely permanent, but it's going to be around for a long time. I have my finances together, thankfully, and as it's the way the world is right now, very grateful for that. I'm not in a toxic relationship. I don't have any family issues right now. And so, like, on a normal time, I'd be great right now. But the external things have gotten to the point where it's just, I can't take it anymore. And last week, my body was like, yeah, you can't. You just can't take it. We can't take it no more. Stop. And so, like, I literally just crashed, and I was in bed for like 3 days, and I couldn't really get myself out of that funk. And I was like, you know what? No, I feel selfish because I need to be doing something. I need to be helping people. But like, I think this part of this video is, yes, activism and being a part of this fight is important, but rest, sis, rest, because I had to let go of social media for a minute because we need to keep these people's names out there. We need to keep these people's names to be important and be in people's minds. But as a Black person, this reminds me, if you've ever had a traumatic experience of like having trauma that you have to relive over and over and over again. If you're a person who has had a issue with police brutality, I have friends who have dealt with police brutality, and to them it feels like they're reliving it over again. Seeing these videos, they're reliving it over and over again. I personally have never, thankfully, been on the hands of police brutality and forms of violence, but I've had police say some really rude stuff to me, some very racist stuff to me, and you know, I was drunk, so I said my words back, and thankfully that did not end in violence. But I personally have not had anything physical happen to me, but just seeing it reminds me that it could really be my brother, it could really be my uncle, it could really be my cousin, or we look at Breonna Taylor, it could be me. Like, I was realizing after the Breonna Taylor case happened, I was having nightmares of people breaking into my house because I was just so scared that someone just come in your house and kill you. Like, that's scary. That is extremely scary. And the fact that it wasn't, to them, it was just a normal day. Like, but this woman lost her life. And it's, like, you see, I'm getting upset. It's not just a, wow, this is really heartbreaking to hear. This is, my life is in danger, possibly. And we don't need the legislation to be like, let's talk about police reform. Let's see what we're going to do with police reform. I don't know. Who knows? And going back, like, literally, I could die. One of my family members can die tomorrow from police brutality. And so for me, personally, especially last week, I had to come to terms with the fact that, like, yes, I want to be an activist, and yes, I want to be in the forefront, and I want to be a part of the change I want to see in the world. Like, this is something, especially since law school, that I knew was a problem, and I've always wanted to be a part of it. That's why I volunteer for nonprofits, and I volunteer my money and my time, and I try my best to be as active as I can in changing the world in the way I want to see it. But, like, you gotta take a break, because social media will eat your life away. Like, seeing that over and over again, and having to hear, and don't read the comments. Woo, sis, I made the mistakes. Don't read the comments. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. But just knowing that, like, the world right now, I saw a meme. It was like, we're literally going through a pandemic, a depression, a civil rights movement, and an election all in the same year. That can drive anybody crazy. Like, it really can. We literally went from, well, we have this virus that's coming into this country. It can kill a lot of people, but if we stay in the house, we'll be good. And I was like, great, awesome. And then people was like, but I don't want to stay in the house. And now we're here. Then we have people are losing their jobs at a rapid rate, and we don't know what to do. And it was like, how about we just give you $1,200 and call it a day? Like, and I'm like, what does that do? And you're like, okay, that makes me a little angry. The getting the coronavirus makes me a little anxious, but you know, it's okay. And then we get Ahmaud Arbery. That was the first case that I can remember that really, like, stuck in my spirit. And I was like, this is messed up. Then we get the video of it, and it's like, okay, well, blatantly they tried to kill this man, and somehow the DA knew this and still didn't want, like, and as an attorney that made me so angry, because it's like my system that I took the bar to be a part of, because I took the bar in Georgia, is corrupt, obviously. And it made me very angry and upset, and seeing a video of it just lets you know how gruesome that situation was, and seeing that man fight for his life like that is depressing. And then right after Ahmaud Arbery happened, we learned about Breonna Taylor. We heard about this woman who was just laying in her bed with her boyfriend, and somehow her boyfriend ended up in jail when she got murdered by the police. I'm confused. And then we have, after that, George Floyd, and we have literal video of a man intentionally murdering someone. I'm gonna be real honest. If somebody's knee is on your neck for 9 minutes, they're trying to kill you. That's it. Like, you can give me whatever excuse you want. You're trying to kill me. And seeing that, and then knowing that it took time for people to be like, I don't know. You think we should arrest him? Because I feel like he deserved to die. That's essentially what it felt like. And to know that that literally could be somebody I care about tomorrow is just, it's upsetting. And because I was trying to stay so active, I kind of let myself slip into this bad place of being like, I want to help. I want to be there. I can't change this, and I can't change the fact that my family we have a target on our back for the color of our skin. Unfortunately, I can't change that, even though I love being black, so it's not really that unfortunate. But but you know, the fact that society sees it that way, or the fact that, you know what I mean, I can't really do anything other than just give my time, my money, and my energy. And now I've zapped all my energy, and I can't give that, and giving my time to it just takes more away from my energy. It's exhausting. And I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, because honestly I just kind of rambled on, but I just needed to kind of vent. And I feel like a lot of people I've talked to feel the same way, and if you do, please put it in the comments, because I feel like though we all have a collective of movement and wanting to change the world and wanting things to be, because we finally have the platform. I mean, we should have been changing things back when Trayvon Martin got murdered. Like, we should have been changing things when Rodney King got murdered. But now we actually are changing things, and things are actually happening, and it's great and it's fantastic. But you still need to take a break, because at the end of the day, change is exhausting. And it takes a lot out of you, to the point where you might lose yourself in it. And I just think that, you know, from my experience this last couple weeks, take care of yourself, please. I mean, like I said, if you're black, I know seeing this on a regular basis is traumatic. It is. I know what trauma feels like. It is traumatic. It's the same visceral feeling you feel, and it's not fun. And I feel like if you need to take the time, thankfully my dad came down here to visit, and that was literally the most godsend thing I had, because I needed to literally disconnect my mind from everything, because my mind was just thinking about this all day, all night. Even when my dad was coming down here, he was, you know, I was like, well, I just want to make sure that he gets here okay. Like, I just want to make sure everything works out. I just want to, because not only is it being a black man, but the coronavirus. My dad's 60 years old. My dad is definitely a part of the people who possibly could get this and have a severe, and he's traveling. Like, the anxiety and depression can literally kill you. And like, I'm messing with my hair because that's an anxious tick. But like, take care of yourself, please. Please take care of yourself. Talk to your loved ones if you have loved ones to talk to. If you don't, I downloaded the Bumble BFF app because I don't have a lot of friends. So I would definitely recommend it. I've met some people on there. When I say my friends, I'm talking about them because they are my friends. Because I am a loser and I have friends online. But like, try to talk to somebody. Find a therapist. There's apparently a lot of people, and I'm going to find some more links to put in my mental health resources, because I think that is definitely what everybody needs right now. Like, I've never, in the time of me dealing with my mental illness, this is definitely top of the list of times where I've had either severe panic attacks or like depressive episodes. So I understand if you do as well, and I will put some more links in the resources below. But I kind of want to be a little vulnerable in this video, because I feel like this is the time that we all need to connect with each other. Like, I just don't think that we should just sit here and be like, no, we gotta keep fighting. It's like, yes, we need to keep fighting, but like, also take care of yourself, because I'm sure Martin Luther King took a vacation once, at least. I'ma hope. But yeah, social media activism is very important. To end it off, wrapping everything up, social media activism is very important. And do your part, be the change you want to see in the world, but also love yourself and take care of yourself, because you are the only you have. That being said, I will see y'all tomorrow about the news. Unfortunately, I have to delve back in there and get into the news. But I have mentally prepared myself for it, and I'm gonna come to y'all. I try to make it funny, because I don't want it to just be, and here's the news, like, and just talk to you like. I just try to make it funny, because that's how it helps me, and hopefully it helps you. So if it does, let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to share it to somebody who you think may be going through the same thing, share it. And like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.